Hey guys, it's JC here with another video for you. So today I would like to give you an update on my quarantine, what is going on, how is everything here in Amsterdam. Well, the weather is amazing outside. It's so beautiful. It's about 3:20 in the afternoon. I came back half hour ago because I decided to go shopping a little bit. I also met a friend of mine. We were both wearing masks, of course. And I wanted to share with you a little bit of how the quarantine is happening here. Amsterdam is slowly opening up. I think starting Monday on the 11th, some places will start opening slowly and people will be a little bit more free to go outside. But of course, we still need to keep the social distancing of 1.5 meters. Masks are still not, I can say, an obligation. People are not entirely obliged to wear masks outside. I wear my mask every single time I go out, and I only go out once a week to the supermarket, and every single day I go around the block just to move my legs a little bit. But I'm always wearing my mask outside. It makes me feel comfortable, even though they say that masks don't necessarily protect you, is more to protect other people, which I think it makes me feel good as well, because I feel like I'm doing something, to stop this crazy spread. But anyway, it also makes me feel more comfortable when I'm wearing masks. But I think apparently they want to force people to wear masks in public transports, like if you take a bus, a metro, or a tram, and where places where it's basically impossible to keep the 1.5 meter distance. So they would rather have people wearing masks inside. I don't know how that is going to work, because apparently people here are not very willing to wear masks. Anyway, if it comes to that, I will be actually used to it, because this is what I've been doing for a long time already. So we started the morning around at 10 o'clock because it's basically the best time for you to go out because there is not many people outside. But because of the weather, as you can see, it's such beautiful weather. So we were sure that lots of people would actually take advantage and just go for a walk. The weather, I mean, I can't believe that we are having this amazing weather in Amsterdam, a place where most of the time is gray and windy and cold, and it was just spectacular. So we just had to take advantage of that. But as you can see here, very early in the morning, the place was a little bit empty. But as we started walking, we noticed that more people were coming out, and I just wanted to make sure that I registered that I recorded that, because this really shows how people are reacting to the new guidelines. So yeah, it was getting a little busier by the minute, but we still felt comfortable enough to keep walking. Lots of shops were open. This is basically one of the busiest streets in Amsterdam. It's called the Kalverstraat, and here is where most of the shops are, and usually it's a very, very busy place. But today, as you can see, around this time, normally there are so many people outside that you just have to dodge people, but today, again, as you can see, there was not many people still outside. Lots of people will prefer getting on their bikes, because that gives them a little bit more privacy, because you don't have to share like space in a bus or in a tram. And Amsterdam, come on, it's almost like the capital of bicycles. Most people have a bicycle. I don't have a bicycle because I don't think it's comfortable riding a bike. I love riding a bike in a park, but not as a means of transportation. But in Amsterdam, that is very, very popular. Especially in the Corona time, having a bicycle gives you a little more privacy and more freedom to move around the city. But as you guys can see here, around 12 o'clock, the city was starting to get a little busier. Compared to 2 weeks ago, there weren't so many people in the street as you can see here. And this is can be a little bit scary because, as you can see, nobody is wearing a mask. And again, just because it's not a guideline, so people don't feel like compelled to wear them. But I feel more comfortable when I see people wearing masks. I don't know, it's just me. There are some important notices, messages when you go to a shopping center. Like this one here was quite empty. Walking around the canals with our masks on was quite pleasant because the weather, again, the weather is so spectacular, and we could just appreciate the blue sky and the beauty of the water and the canals, and yeah, and that lovely breeze, you know. This was one of the busiest streets that we found today. It's one of the 9 streets. There's this place in Amsterdam where there are 9 very popular streets full of little shops and cafes. Surprisingly, there was a lot of people outside, and they would actually look at us a little bit funny just because we were wearing masks, and again, nobody was wearing them, so I don't know if that's the reason. But anyway, walking around Amsterdam in these days and seeing nobody kind of using any kind of protection gives you the feeling that there is no corona, there's no crisis, you know. And when people look at you and they see you with a mask on, I think it gives them a sense of reality and goes like, oh, we have a crisis going on. So maybe this is why people start looking at us a little bit strange. But anyway, because again of the weather, for the first time we started seeing some boats outside, and people are not supposed to ride their boats, but for some reason they were a little bit more, they felt like free today, and I started like putting their boats outside. And yeah, so this is basically what you could see, and it's actually beautiful to see people enjoying the weather outside. But again, we don't know how this is going to end, you know. It's like it's crazy. But anyway, when I was almost getting home, there is this park called Vester Park near my house, and I was a little bit surprised to see the amount of people lying on the grass, you know, just sunbathing, the amount of cars on the street, and on the other side there were lots of people just sitting and enjoying the sun. Going back to my job, I'm still working from home. We're supposed to work until the 20th of May. I'm not sure how it's going to be after that. Obviously, we are always updated on that, but I'm not sure when we are supposed to go back to the office, because I think there's a lot of things they need to arrange in order to have so many people together. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to the new updates and see how this is going to end. But yeah, so this was basically my update for this weekend and my quarantine. I would love to know how your quarantine is going. I mean, if you are enjoying it, if you are getting frustrated, like so many people. I know there's a lot of people who are actually even getting a little bit depressed. Not me, not yet, so I'm still good. Of course, I still wish that I could do a lot of things. Oh, by the way, they gave us some good news this week, saying that starting on the 1st of June, probably we'll be able to go to the movie theater, where a maximum of 30 people will be allowed. They are also planning to open some restaurants and bars and terraces, also with a maximum of 30 people, again respecting the 1.5 meter distancing. I'm very curious to see how that is going to work, but apparently a lot of people are very excited. So yes, I'm sure I'm going to keep you updated on that. So again, this was the video for today, an update on my quarantine. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a fabulous day. Bye!